Yeah. So somebody was asking about Kolu. What is Kolu doing to all of this? What is he doing about all of this? Well, Kolu spent 169 days outside Nigeria in 2025. Out of 365 days, have been 366 days. So when you deduct that, it will come like say Kolu only spent maybe about 190 days or thereabouts in Nigeria in the entire 2025. And this is 2026. He has left Paris for Abu Dhabi to go and talk about climate change. Yeah. Kolu.
And this stimulates agriculture.
If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Yeah, it's a successful again, a town hall, different from Bulaba.
Abba. So, Kolu went there to talk about climate change and the rest, the blah, the blah. So I have kept the boring part for the last part of the charts tonight, all right? So what did Kolu tell them in that hall? Trust me, the entire thing was written for him. He's got his teleprompter in front of him. So you can just probably just watch Kolu reading something, not him talking. Because the last time Kolu was asked about this climate change, his answer that was not written for him remained evergreen. In case if you've forgotten.
We are a poor nation. The bank coal will follow. They say firewood, not food. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, try shining, and tell the West. If you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They're doing.
Just so you know, but that was Kolu being honest. All right? But that is not the same Kolu in Abu Dhabi for the third time. I think, no, second time in 2 years. He's been going there to read whatever is, AI generated speech that they give to him to go and read. And after that, he always kind of like remember that if they don't guarantee our finances, we will not comply with their climate change. So Kolu is there for the money. Just something to make you like, why is he always there? For the money. Kolu.
The theme of this year's summit, the nexus of NECT, off-system goal, underscores the urgency and
integration required to substantiate a sustainable transition across finance, technology, energy, and human capital. The connections between climate and the global economy, health and energy systems, as well as food security, must now shape the way we govern and operate. At this defining moment in history, Nigeria stands with the global community, moving beyond ambition and towards delivery. The nation views the Nexus approach as an opportunity to align climate action with energy access, economic growth, job creation, and social inclusion. Sustainability. Sustainable development ensures that all systems, policy, finance, infrastructure, nature, and human capital must move together. As articulated in COP30 in Belém, in Brazil, climate action must be fair and just. Developing countries require predictable climate finance, accessible technologies, and robust capacity building to support full climate commitment without losing focus on advancing their developmental priorities. The perspective records that the purpose of this forum, where systems must be ready to mobilize action, strengthen partnership, and deliver meaningful impact. In the year 2025, Nigeria took a major regulatory steps to strengthen our climate governance and sustainability. We adopted the National Carbon Market Activation Policy, NCMAP, and launched the National Carbon Registry to improve our measurement, reporting, and verification, MRV, the system and investor safeguards. To translate ambition to impact, we are modernizing Nigeria's energy.
Kolu. Like I said, right? They wrote that for him, and it's right there in front of him. All he has to do is just to look up and sometimes even look down, and everything is right there for him to grasp. So, Kolu is there for the money, right? And the fancy speech and the rest of all of that spending and all that, right? They're just kind of like the prop, to facilitate the money. So in Nigeria, where they initially claimed that the reasons why they increased sort of like insecurity, especially caused by the Fulani terrorists, was because climate change. This idea of dragging Nigeria into the climate change discussion at the time by the American government led by Obama at the time, right, kind of like gave a bit of stability or a chance for the terrorists to amass massive followings and then weapons as well, advance so well to entrench themselves inside Nigeria until they started wreaking havoc. And everybody now realizes that this is not climate change. This is actually a sponsored violence against the indigenous people of this space called Nigeria, where people are targeted and, chased away from their communities. The survivors ended up in some slum that nobody cares about per se, as refugees, and they call them IDP, internally displaced person. A fancy word for refugees in Nigeria. So yeah, climate change is there for the money. I wanted to hear a little bit more. Yeah.
A climate and green industrialization investment playbook to unlock 25 to 30 billion dollars annually in climate finance. The Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority has launched a 500 million distributed renewable energy fund, while the World Bank is implementing the $750 million their programs, which will expand clean electricity access to power to over 17.5 million people. We are deepening access to green finance. Our climate investment platform targets 500 million for climate resilient infrastructure, while our National Climate Change Fund aims for a 2 billion capitalization. The 50 billion naira sovereign green bond issued in year 2025 attracted 91 billion naira in subscriptions. While the Lagos State alone, and I saw the governor sitting in the crowd, we address you only. While the Lagos State Governor Green Bond was oversubscribed by 97.7%. Nigeria's Energy Transition Plan, ETP, integrates energy access, climate mitigation, industrial growth, and social development into a single coherent framework, achieving net zero emission by 2060 while delivering universal energy access. Our pilot electricity mobility project is also delivering on national energy efficiency programs and aimed at reducing emission, lowering costs, and stimulating the industrial development.
All fancy words, just fancy things that they used AI to generate. You pay attention to Tinubu, most of these guys are so lazy, right? Baba? They're so lazy, eh? Anyway, Olu himself will read things that's actually not real, not true. And it's ridiculous, right? And sometimes I feel like he believes what he's also saying himself. Okay, Nigeria meets a net zero, this, and then Nigeria is this. Because do you know how much Nigeria got from all these foreign grants all over the world in 2025 on climate change alone? $2 billion. That's how much Nigeria got. Yeah, in 2025. They are expecting to make at least between $3 and $3.5 billion on top this climate change campaign as well. There are different grants. Sometimes you'll give them 500 million, $600 million, $1.3 billion. Here you get. And this is why Kolu was there. I mean, this is why he's there, by the way. And then I do that every now and then. And they ask you, okay, where do you think they've spent this money, especially? You only get to know, I mean, you probably just get to know about where they spend the money, only where Kolu says they spend the money banked. Most of these places don't even exist. Just put some fancy words together, describe something that will get you so confused that you probably won't be interested. And that's what they need. That's how they roll. Climate change. And yet, farmers in northern part of Nigeria, middle belt part of Nigeria, continue to get hacked to death by these terrorists. You get what I mean? So the terrorists that are killing Nigerian farmers, and then you look around and you're like, who are you giving this money to? Who are you actually working with when you say, oh, you got this grant for this particular project in that contraption? So none of them is real. But the money, well, the money is real. You get what I mean? So yeah, Kano is in Abu Dhabi, and he is expected to return back to Nigeria. I think, what is today? Yeah, he should be back to Nigeria tomorrow or the day after, except if they have other plans. And that will make it like about 18 days that he's been away from Nigeria. Yeah, back in Nigeria, his son, who is practically representing him in this, part of this representing in his political drive. You see, they've captured Kano without any election or before any election, okay? And that itself has created some level of a security kind of upset in the state. But for Seyi, it was there to reassure the governor, you do what you have to do, because the bone of contention right now in Kano, which I have to add as well, we are back in Nigeria, okay? So let's go back to Nigeria, right? So the bone of contention in Kano is not that the governor wants to go to APC, that is the issue. The problem is that the governor is now asking all the 44 local government chairmen in the states to also join him and Decamp to APC. That's like moving the entire state, which is expected. So Kwakwansop and Gang were like, you don't even have that clout. I mean, how could you? You do not control this platform. So Abba is doing it anyway. And if you are a local government chairman in Kano, right, and you're on the side of Kwakwansop, the best thing for you, according to Abba, is for you to resign. Don't get sacked, because you'll be removed and replaced, sort of. This is done. This was same with Seyi. So Seyi is very much involved in his father's kitchen cabinet, as they call it. He is a cabal of his own, right? And he moves kind of like heavily when it comes to the APC, kind of like I don't know how to describe that, but he kind of move heavily within them, simply because he's sort of like revered because of his father. It's not just the son, first son of your, but it's actually not the first son anyway. So that was Kano. And on that note, I'm also going to take an early break again. I'm so sorry that we have to kind of do it this way sometimes, all right? So thank you so much for your time again with me tonight. Please remember to, or do not forget to like the broadcast if you haven't already. Like it, share it, right? And the next time I am here, it's going to be us all. And I'm also hoping that we are going to have our People's Parliament, the first in 2026, by the end of this month. So keep reminding you. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Stay safe. Do everything. If you're watching me from Nigeria, do everything to make sure that you are never kidnapped, right? Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Maiyegun Diary politico.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.